Joe, leave it out.
We're on.
What do you mean
We're on, look, we're on.
Joe, it was a day off.
No, it's not today, that's tomorrow.
Morning.
Morning.
Welcome to Garden Invaders from
Hampshire.
Hampshire. Yes, the lovely sunny coast of Hampshire.
That's right.
And you prepared for this, have you?
Yeah. I've done a drawing, okay. Got the plants, but they got to win them, yeah. But
Invaders?
I haven't seen any invaders.
Hey!
Hey!
You lot out now! Give them
Hey.
the t-shirts, give them the t-shirts, quick.
Yeah.
Get rid of the evidence, Joe. Joe, get rid of the evidence. Get rid of the evidence. Right. The precise location for today's invasion is Barton-on-Sea, and we're with Colin and Carol Burgess. Now, Colin is a gas engineer and Carol is a full-time mum to their 2 children, Casey and Connor, 11, who's autistic. To say they're busy is an understatement, and due to family life and all the commitments they have, it's hardly surprising they haven't tackled their garden. But that's why we're here. Slightly overgrown,
Very overgrown.
if you don't mind me saying. This would make a nice lawn if you bothered.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's getting the time now.
And we have got 2 children and a dog.
Connor, your little one, he takes up a huge amount of your time.
Yeah, he does, yeah. He attends a special school for autistic children. So when we're not involved in helping him or trying to find out how we can help him, then we get the time for the garden, so it's minimal.
It's quite a big garden, this, Joe.
Yeah, it is a big garden. Yeah. I don't think we're going to be able to deal with it all in one day, the whole garden. We're going to have to split it into sections, but you probably want to keep, quite a large area of lawn anyway.
Yeah.
I think what we're going to do is probably concentrate on the back bit. I mean, those trees are just beautiful down there, nice little shady spot. It's a lovely backdrop to have as a garden. I just think we can create something really of interest down there.
We do need a helper, and we do need somebody to use their brains
Right.
for
Who's
horticultural
that?
questions.
Why are you all looking at me?
No, you look like a helper.
I'm a helper.
All right.
I do the helping.
You do helping, you do questions, yeah? Deal?
Right.
Deal?
Okay.
Done?
Yeah, deal.
Excellent.
Done.
Round the front, because that's where the bacon sandwiches are. We'll see you later.
See you later. Yeah, what we're going to do with this is just give it a mow, and we're going to concentrate on the back of the garden.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Nick. Cheers. So I've come up with this design.
Yep.
This is the main apple tree at the front, and I thought what we would do is put a nice hexagonal tree seat all the way around it. Yeah, because that'll make a really nice focal point. It's very central.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll draw your eye, and that'll be a nice shady place to sit. Then from that, there's like going to be a little boardwalk, timber boardwalk. Yeah, which would be great sort of for the kids to play on, and also, maybe a little stage or something like that.
Stage. Connor would love the stage.
Yeah?
He
Oh,
loves
that'd
the
be
stage.
great. But it also sort of lead you through under this tree. I think that's going to be like a gravelly area. And then it's going to link round to the paving area, just offset to one side.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's going to be like quite a few places to sit. I mean,
Really
it's a
nice.
beautiful setting already, so we've just got to enhance it, really.
That's right.
Yeah, nice one. OK, cheers, Leon. There's your Invader for Day t-shirt.
Thank you.
Put it on, wear it with pride and get stuck in.
I will.
Carol says you've got to wear a hat.
Did she?
Going to be a hot one.
Oh dear.
Come,
Okay.
let's get this turf up.
Let's go.
Your house in the background, plants that I'll talk about in a minute, which will be all yours if you get the questions right, we've laid out behind us. But are you not a bit upset, having had this dream of wanting to live by the coast, that you couldn't have bought a house near the sea?
Well, I could have bought it a little bit nearer.
And then
Bye,
you'd have been
Mark.
in the sea! How good is that, eh?
We've waited 24 years for this,
Fantastic.
and it's lovely.
Lovely job.
We love it.
So the front of the house is very nice, the back of the house is an absolute mess. But laid out in front of you, on the green, are all the groups of plants that Swifty's chosen specifically for your design. All those plants you need to get in the back garden, but
Wow.
you'll see some interesting architectural
Yeah,
sculptures.
they're very nice.
They're a bit bizarre, aren't they?
Yeah, it's very...
That's
different.
just part of what we like to call the kind of finishing touches for the garden.
Right.
The goodies, the icing on the cake, OK? And more of that later, but it's nothing to do with you. That's down to Colin
All right.
to answer a gardening
Right.
question later in the programme to
Right.
get all those bits for the garden.
Right,
All right,
that's
just
good.
concentrate for now on the plants.
Okay.
And we start with group 1, perennials. First up amongst them, those wonderful flowers belong to the dahlia, Dahlia arlequin. The Aztecs used dahlias as a treatment for epilepsy. Not a lot of people know that. And it's the Irish flower for August. Knifophia red hot poker, everybody can recognise them. The Knifophias are native to South Africa. Next up, Hemerocalis, common name daylily, and it was given its name because as well as resembling the true lily, the flowers of most species are very short-lived and often die within a day of opening. Here's your question for the first group of plants.
Okay,
Good luck, Carol.
thank you.
Black spot is a disease that commonly affects which plant? Is it clematis, potato or rose?
It must be a rose. It can't be any of the other two.
Correct answer, yes. For a moment there, you looked extremely worried.
I did.
Let me... This was a really easy question as well, wasn't it?
No,
It was
wasn't.
dead easy. It was dead easy, particularly when you know the answer. Will you lot be quiet? You might be the audience. This is our show, okay? Thank you. These are moving into your garden. We'll get an invader, they'll be there.
The unique thing about this end of the garden are these lovely fruit trees, nice and mature, and they're laid out in a triangle, so I want to make the most of that. So I'm going to have a decking walkway, slightly raised. It's going to double up as a stage for the kids, and it can be seen from a paving area over there. This is a beautiful old tree, and this is the biggest one. So I think from here, we're going to hang a hammock round there, but Colin's got to win it first, of course, as a finishing touch. But it's going to be a lovely, shady place to sit. And the back over there, we've got this grapevine, and it's just sort of straggly, going nowhere. So I think we're going to put a boundary within a boundary and make it a nice backdrop to the whole garden. And going from this tree, we're going to have some stepping stones across to a bigger paved area here. This is going to be like for dining, table and chairs on here, and also to look at the stage. And that brings us around full circle, or shall I say full triangle, to this tree, where we're going to put a hexagonal bench underneath it. We've marked it out, but it's going to be a main focal point because this tree lines up with the centre of the house and the centre of the whole garden. I'm really excited about this garden. I think it's going to look great.
Your young Connor with autism, lots of people who have no idea what autism is and particularly what it's like to live with. Just briefly, what are the symptoms and what you have to deal with on a daily basis with it?
Well, Connor has problem interacting with others, and he doesn't read social settings very well.
Right, so it's difficult for him to be able to tell whether you're bored, happy, angry, sad in a conversation at work.
That's right. He has to be taught how to read body language.
Right.
It doesn't come naturally.
Now, we've got to get back to the garden. Very important, this. You need more plants. OK, you've got 3 more groups to go. Next group, your second batch of perennials. First up, verbena, with its amazing square stems, which allow it to stand upright without staking, a very strong plant. Next up, canna or Indian shot. There are 50 to 60 species found in the tropics and subtropics of Asia and the Americas. They've been traded between Western gardeners for more than 400 years. And finally, Persicaria red dragon. It's native to North America and it's part of what is a very invasive family of plants. But the red dragon is a new cultivar which is non-invasive. Definitely worth having. Good luck, here you go. Espaliers, fans and cordons are types of what? Are they supports for vegetables, shapes of fruit trees or types of fencing?
I'm going to have to take a guess at this, I'm afraid. I can't eliminate any of them.
All right, go on then, guess.
So I'm going to guess that it's number 2.
Shapes of fruit trees.
Shapes of fruit trees.
Correct answer.
Oh my God!
Yes, very good.
I can't believe it.
Well done. You see, you can get a long way with guesswork. Be a good guesser and it'll get you through life. They are going to be whisked into your back garden by another invader.
Lovely, just where we want them. Now these are 40mm beach pebbles. They're really nice, rounded, soft, and they're a light colour as well. So underneath this tree, they're perfect. And the whole effect is just really nice. And also they tie in nicely with the beach over there, of course. Seaside theme, don't forget that. Now around the edge, we've just held the whole thing in with 3x1 timber, it's tannalised timber, simple stakes, and then underneath it, landscape fabric to stop the weeds growing through it. And the great thing about this stuff is, if you've got cats and you've got a bit of a cat problem in your gravel, go for the bigger pebbles because they don't like to do their business in it, but it's not very practical for sitting on. But over here, we've got a much more practical surface to put a table and chairs on. You could even call it a terrace if you want. Made of Indian sandstone, and again, the dapple shade on it looks fantastic.
2 out of 2.
Almost as well as could be expected. Get another one, I'll be very pleased with you. And the next group up for grabs are these, your shade lovers. First up, Dryopteris erythrosaura, better known as the autumn fern. It's a hardy fern native to Japan and sports those wonderful coppery red coloured lush green fronds. Fatsia japonica, or the false castor oil plant, is often grown as a foliage houseplant for cool positions, but it's also a very successful shade-tolerant garden plant. And finally, the hostas, Sum and Substance they're called. Now, hostas are common low plants native to Japan and China. They are from the lily family. Now, I think this is quite a difficult question.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Some famous restored gardens have reopened in Cornwall. Are they known as the Lost Gardens of Truro, the Lost Gardens of Heligan, or the Lost Gardens of Liscard?
Heligan sounds good. Heligan. Rhyme. Yes, I'm going to go for Heligan.
Heligan.
Yeah, number 2, please.
You are a good guesser, aren't you? It's the right
Is
answer.
it Heligan?
Yeah, it's the right answer.
Wow.
It's unbelievable, but that's Garden Invaders for you. I'm going to take the plants into the back garden, see how they're getting on. There's been quite a lot of noise over there. You chill out, okay? And then when I come back, we've got one more group of plants to get for you, or you've got to get them, and also a little DIY challenge. All right? Chill out, you're doing very well.
Thank you.
I love digging holes.
Right. Hey!
Ah.
You fat seal lover.
Ah.
Look what I've got for you.
Thank you very much.
Very
Plants, excellent.
I tell you, I do love these fatsias. Now, this is nice.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, it's going to be a boardwalk stroke stage. Yeah,
Oh, right,
for the
okay.
kids. 'Cause
So
the
that
idea
height, that's the finished height, is it?
Yeah, it's going to be that sort of height, but it's also going to link into a seat, so it's going to be flush through here. So you can sort of sit and then jump up on it. And I thought it would be like a nice place to perform. And, you know, the parents sitting over there.
Patio,
Yeah.
I have to say, it's nice, but it's taking a while.
Oh, do you think so? Oh, I don't know. What time is it? Oh, getting
wow.
on.
Wow, so that's what, 3 hours overdue?
Well, there's only 3 of them working on it. I don't know. You can have a word with them.
You're having a pop.
Find out.
You're having a pop,
Find out
aren't you?
if it's planned or whether there's a bit of a time delay.
Mr. Gwampy's having a go at them.
Yes.
You carry on there. Let me go
Okay.
see Mr. Colin. How's it going?
It's going very well. Yeah, we're doing very well. I think we're on target.
Well, apart from the old patio, obviously.
Patio's a little bit slow.
Yeah, it is.
But then
so
I've-
you're having a pop at them as well?
Well, I was on that, but then I was taken off of that and put on the stones. So that's why they've slowed down, I think.
So what do you think about this overall scheme? Because the boys are performers, aren't they?
They are, yeah. They like, Connor's going to like the stage bit. And
And what about Casey?
yeah, in case he's going to, I think he's going to come home from school and after a hard day and come and sit up here, just relax.
Lovely
Nice.
jubbly. Right, well, you better carry on with that. Ed, mate, there's a watch. All right, think you need one. The garden is coming on very nicely, I have to say, okay? And all the plants you've got so far are going to look fantastic. But you've got one more group to get.
Right.
Absolutely essential, the climbers. Solanum crispum glasnevin is the Chilean potato vine. It belongs to the potato family, although it is harmful if eaten. And my favourite of the group, Campsis, or the common trumpet creeper. It's a large, vigorous and very exotic climber. And finally, a couple of examples of the wonderful Phyllostegia vibanoides. Now, this question is going to test your plant identification skills, but also your knowledge of herbal medicine. Okay?
Right.
In front of you, 4 different herbs. We've got rosemary, mint, parsley and lavender. And on these cards, I've got 4 things they could do in terms of herbal medicine. Acts as an antiseptic, helps ease indigestion, cures bad breath, and deters moths. All you've got to do to get the plants is match the right card with the right plant.
The lavender would probably help as an antiseptic. The mint, I'd say bad breath. And the parsley, digestion. And I'm not sure which this one is, but I'll put that for moths.
Okay, you all done?
I'm done. Yep,
Those are your final answers.
they are. I'm not very confident about those though.
All right, can I just say, don't ever open a herbal medicine clinic.
Oh, are they that bad?
All wrong.
are
Completely,
they?
I'm afraid to say, which means you don't get the climbers.
Oh, and they were so nice.
So not, but you're desperate to know what the right answers are, aren't you?
I am.
Okay, so if we start at this end, an antiseptic. What you should have had there is rosemary.
All
All
right.
right, we'll move that out of the way.
Yep.
Cures bad breath. You should have had parsley. Move the mint out of the way.
Right.
Deters moths. Very interesting.
Oh, does it?
Lavender. And then finally, helps the old indigestion, the mint. How would you say you did on that?
Oh, I got 4 wrong.
Rubbish.
4 out of 4.
Complete rubbish.
Well, that's it, Lorna. Nearly there, nearly there. Now, this boardwalk is serious. I love it. I know this is meant to be the adults part of the garden, but kids are definitely allowed down here. And it's got a nice height change. Kids love running up and down it and using it as a stage. It's a really simple construction. It's got 6x2 timber, just made a nice simple frame with these noggins. These are just adding strength to it in between. And then it's set on 4x4 timber posts, and Nick's notched them out. So they're really well built, really nicely constructed down there. And they're just set in concrete posts about a foot deep in the ground. And then we're just putting the timber boards along the top. Paul's doing a good job here. Look, he's spacing it out with his pencil very carefully there. Nice one, Paul. I know, why are you wearing those shades anyway? You trying to look cool or
They're
what?
not shades, Joe. They are tinted safety glasses for the more dapper invader.
Oh, really?
Quite funky, aren't they?
They are quite funky, actually. Yeah. Don't know about the hat, though. But anyway, and you're just going to nail gun them in, are you?
Absolutely, mate, for speed, yeah.
It's looking good, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Nice one, man.
So crack on, mate.
I'll leave you to it. So have you sussed out how this hammock works here, Colin?
Yeah, I have, yeah. It's a simple slip knot, easily undone in case it rains and it's in bad weather.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you can come out in 5 minutes and it can be down
Sounds great.
and back in the shed.
Got your little instruction booklet.
That's
Go on
it.
then, let's see it.
Okay,
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Mexican hammock.
Lovely.
You lie in it sideways, you know, not lengthways, like that. You get the whole family in one of these. They're brilliant. I've got one of them. They're really, really comfortable. Do you like it?
I love it.
Yeah?
It's going to be superb.
There's a little bit of a catch, you know, mate.
Is there?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that?
Well, it's not an integral part of the design, shall we say.
Oh, right.
Yeah. You've got to win it.
Have I?
Yeah. But it looks great. I love it, yeah. Good luck.
Thank you.
Time for your project. And isn't it typical, right? Just when it comes to having to do some manual labour, where are your friends now, eh?
Well, they've gone and deserted me. haven't
Exactly,
they?
you see?
That's not fair.
It's not fair at all. But it means you can do something really artistic on your own for the garden, which will be really nice when it's in there, okay? What we've given you is a slab that will fit into the garden. It's an important kind of like keystone element of the garden.
Right.
All right, but what I want you to make out of these is a design on top of them. Now, at the moment, these don't look too much. These are pebbles that are bought specially for this purpose. They're not taken from a beach. You shouldn't do that. It's illegal, so don't do it. You heard it on this show. All right, but if you drop them into a bucket of water, you'll see they change colour. So you've got red ones, white ones, grey ones, all kinds of stuff, say, when you wash them off. What you need to do is just create a pattern on here. You can do whatever you like. You could do, you know, a spiral that just keeps going around like that. You could do a flag pattern. You can do whatever you want, and you'll stick them on with this adhesive and this gun. Okay?
Okay.
Once they're washed and you've got them dry, which won't take long today. And you've just got to crack on and do it, because, you know, time is running out, girl. Time is running out.
Okay.
Off you go. No sunbathing.
Come with me.
What?
Okay. I want you to create something to put in the garden.
So what you want is me to create something out of nothing yet again.
How did you guess? I mean, we've got sand, we've got some
Yeah.
pallets, we've got
Pallets
some
there.
stone, we've got a shovel.
Skip full of rubbish.
Yeah, that's right, but I want a herb garden, okay?
Yeah.
And I also, there's one criteria.
What's that?
It's got to be a hexagon.
Okay, 6
Yeah.
sides.
Yeah, not an octagonal thing, not a Pentecostal thing, and not a dodecagonal one. Okay, it's just got to be a hexagon.
Your mastery of the English language.
And maybe something a bit seaside-y, you know, something a bit coastal.
Yeah. Okay, I can sort that out.
Can
And
I
I
do
can
that
have
with
anything. I can have anything I want.
You can use anything here. There's
Anything-
a mass of
anything
different
here.
media, mixed media.
All right, excellent. I'll just take that then.
Oh, hey! Ed and Tom are doing a brilliant job on this vine, I have to say. But this whole garden is about using what's here. We've got the great apple trees, and we've got this lovely vine at the back here. It was completely messy, just like fallen all over the ground, but it's a really nice plant, and they've managed to salvage it, to be honest. We've used these oak posts that were also here, just sort of hanging out on the ground behind here, and put this rope through it, drilling some holes through, just have these rope swags, and now we've got somewhere to put the vine. And really what we've had to do is cut out most of it. It's all on the ground over there. And you can see it's covered in fruit already. And it's really weird because this is a very shady part of the garden, but it's got lots of fruit on it. Whether it'll be edible or not, who knows? But it just shows that it will grow in shade.
You done?
If you come round here, you will see my masterpiece.
Ah, now we're
does it
talking
make
boats.
sense? Yes, that's it. You're close.
Boats, windsurfer.
It is.
Because you're manic surfers, you lot, aren't you?
We are.
Yes, excellent stuff. And you got your skeg on and everything. It's a nice one, very personal. Art in the garden should be personal. The best bit of the day is still to come.
Great.
About an hour away now, okay, so we're frantically finishing off. You pop into the house, I'll come and get you when the garden's sorted, all right? But do not look. I'll take that off you.
Promise.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Have a cup of tea, whatever. Oh my God.
It's funny how your favourite plants go around in circles. Now, I used to love this one, then I went right off it, and now I'm back on it again big time. This one's a Niphophia, or a red hot poker. Don't know which variety it is, but it doesn't really matter because they're all fantastic. You get big orange ones, you get little yellow ones, and everything in between. And it's got this lovely strap-like foliage, and then in summer it just throws up this wonderful flower. The area we've been working on in this garden is partial shade, and there's lots of ground to cover because it's just turf. Now all the hard landscaping's in, so we're looking for plants that are going to cover ground quickly, and this is perfect. Persicaria red dragon. Now I'm using it here to break up the line between the planting and the gravel area at the back here, so it'll just trail around, spread around pretty quickly, but that's how I'm using it. It's a textural plant for contrast.
What I love about these projects is recycling all those things you find in the garden when you clear it, and there's been some real gems in this place. What I've used around here is a couple of lengths of 6x2 mahogany, would you believe, hardwood. This will last forever. As a centre point, a lobster pot the guys had, gives all that coastal theme, which is absolutely perfect, and then some old roofing tiles to divide up the bits of cheese as you go round. And the idea will be each of these little bits of cheese will have its own herb in, so they don't grow into each other. And then the best bit for me, in the top of the lobster pot, the lavender, like a huge hairdo that will come out like that. I love it. I've now managed to assemble all the finishing touches for the garden.
Excellent.
So far, all Carol's seen are these kind of sculpted leaves.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
But added to it, the fantastic hammock, because this is a garden that is designed for you guys to relax in as well.
Yeah.
All that lot, all I
Yeah.
need is the correct answer to this
Okay.
question.
Go on then.
Good luck, Mr. Collins.
Thank you very much.
From which part of the cinnamon tree is the spice obtained? Is it the flower, the seeds, or the bark? Have you got any ideas?
Yeah, I think it's the bark.
It's the correct answer. Yes, good man. Yes. Well, she's going to be well pleased with you, buddy. Well pleased with you. Excellent. Which is good also, because it means I don't have to take it all down and take it away. You can pop inside now.
Thank
Don't
you.
mention anything about the garden or about any of this.
No, I won't.
Okay, to Carol. Chill out, have a cup of tea, whatever. We'll be done in about another half an hour or so, and then I'll come and get you both to show Carol the garden.
Lovely.
All right, well done, mate. You worked really, really hard. I know the guys appreciate it. Top job. I need you to remind us what your garden looked like. It's been a long one, this, so we're talking probably about 10 hours ago.
The grass was overgrown, the bushes were overgrown, there was nowhere to go and sit or escape from all the mess indoors.
But open your eyes and have a look at it now.
That is fantastic. Oh, I've got a hammock.
Yeah, courtesy of Colin. So you've got a seating area, handmade by the team to go around the tree, but then a boardwalk, which is a bit of fun to play on, sit on, whatever, but also, because we know about the kids being such performers, it's also kind of stage.
Oh, for Connor to do his shows.
To do his shows, and you can then sit in your swing seat and you can watch him.
Oh, what a great idea.
Now, it does look slightly odd, obviously, because the plants are still in their pots, and that's not because we haven't finished, is it, Joe?
No, it's because underneath the turf, the ground is just so hard, so dry, because it hasn't rained for such a long time. If we put them in now, it's just going to be not good for them.
The way you've got the trees, they're just in with it now.
Well, we made the most, that's the thing, the 3 trees were like the basic element, and that's where I took the clues from for the design of this garden, and we just sort of went with them from there, and I wanted to try to get some dynamics, but you know, the relationship between them, and I'm really pleased with it. And the dappled shade underneath the trees is just gorgeous on a hot day like this.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Great place to sit.
Oh, this is just beyond my dreams. I wouldn't have even dreamt of doing something like this.
This would have taken us months, and now it's a place we can come and just relax and chill out, and it's far enough away from the work we're doing indoors.
Take care.
See ya.
Get watering.
Yeah.
They've still got a spring in their step, these invaders, which is extraordinary, frankly, I have to say.
After a long day like that.
Quite a tough day, and stuff like you think it's not going to be that hard, and then you start digging, and the ground.
That ground was seriously hard. That's why we didn't plant anything, you know. If it went in today, it's going to keel over and die tomorrow. It needs water. You've got to take time. The garden takes time.
You see, we wouldn't just plant them because it's telly. This is real gardening on Garden Invaders, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's it. Another garden sorted. We'll see you next time. We're going down the beach because we've got to rebuild the sandcastle.
That's right. See ya.